Today, now the 14th day of July 2022. Before we start the program proper, I want to do a quick disclaimer now, or housekeeping, or correction, or you gear any kind of name you want for game. Yesterday now, we talk about price control and the cost of living and waiting the president say. It look like say Tripoli not for go na the president in arena today and not for pass na that arena day tomorrow. Because they want them na YouTube. When we carry the program go there, then let's lose pan Tripoli. Somebody, now look for the name. Now just quick one. Now be a me, yeah? Pass if I not see the name. Now, okay. It'll look like say the name no day. Maybe if you say I save them. I just look for the name quick. Big. Okay, I don't see her. Aruna Sumasa. Alright? Because until Una not can join the live program, I want to help you now. Follow the likes of Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert, all the one in the United States, then they. Watch how then they present and come back to me and can apologize. Yeah? Not to say because nobody not ever try in a salon. And that's the way I do my own type of presentation now, yeah. No mean to say you know correct. No mean to say all the word the way you talk on YouTube. I hope so you go come back and listen to this one. The same day where you the blast yonder, and the same day somebody send back na say a network page then sabi we. But anyway, that's how we do things here. So because when the president be the talk, I be they point out things them. That's how we do here. Again, I don't say go watch the one and they will tell you. If nobody no ever try in a salon, enjoy the way where they do them. Yeah? We move. Unless if you come back for cancer, then we'll meet up now forward. For the longest now, we don't talk about the lights. And even when this topic come, I see now the comment section of Facebook, where they go against one another. Why? I don't tell we say this platform we na 360. We not to Sally one signer. We na 360 and what we there for we na center. Who side better for salon I do the link. Who side we see say well you know correct to the talker. Yeah? You see the Minister of Energy, see Butu they watch? I don't know who that Kanja the peep pasu. You know see watch no more. O President Bio the watcher. Say if Kanja what the peep pasu? Alright. This particular one, they be tell we say it get for happen. We lay on a table for say soon. If you remember, Naya, soon, Freetown go get light. Because waiting do, that CLSG program, we reach na Kenema, we make Bo and Kenema they enjoy. Then they go pass na Bumbuna, because Bumbuna don't already get line where they come inside Freetown. So now they go pass her. Then begin to say few weeks. Kautanaya. People and they say we're waiting a few weeks. Mr. Fax say waiting a few weeks. Few weeks can be waiting. We don't they ask question aya. We don't they ask question. But now CLSG want for make me say the line where them be promised we that few weeks. Say they reach Freetown. It don't reach. You remember that time where they talk about the money where this administration where it's the car power ship? You remember? What I be talking that thing? I don't talk say something. When they don't pay that ship because then they work on this project, they know say this project go out light na Freetown just now. So that mean then they drag for pay the car power ship. Oh, so I talk. Okay. Well, it depends on who say you dey na Freetown. It depends on who say you dey. But the word where they say 24 hours. Waiting Edsa be don't explain to we about 24 hours. Yeah? Then say not to because you not get mean to say other person not get. Edsa tell we that one day. Guma tell we that one day. Salwako tell we that one day. For say, then they supply 24 hours from their own source to the consumer. Now 24 hours they take. Now then they supply. But one kind way, small ration indeed. So not to say because you not get, means to say not to 24 hours then they give. I don't know no more if na that same 24 hours day, CLSG, they tell we about. CLSG, I don't know if na that same 24 hours day. What's in at 24 hours? Now continuous. You know they go off. And at 24 hours. Because if na that day, we go catch weed. But if na like how Edsa they explain to we, then we go say, okay, well, 24 hours. Then not all side they cry lights now. Like we na Watalo, Obi they cry before. Yes, so they get the blackouts. Right now as we speak, blackout the day, but not as frequent and rampant as it did be before. We more than 24 hours will not get lights. Aha. But now we listen from CLSG, waiting then put out. Rashid Sandy say poti over the streets. When a ration light, then they give me. Hey. Where you say ration, Rashid? Where you say ration? In the past 24 hours, you not get? Okay. Momo Kabu. All man get right to your opinion. Yeah? All man get right to your opinion. If usa yon fambulendi, lights no didi. I think so for left here first. Left here first. Yeah? Left here first. I don't know what to make everything people and get for put up on politics. Seriously though. I really don't know. Everything. Even something we know for mixed pan politics. Una get for begin take. Why? Come on, man. Now, the Minister of Energy, they watch you. You say, Butu, they watch you now, eh? All right. You get right to your opinion. But can others please have theirs? Eh? I don't tell and say, hey, who know to sali one sign na. Okay? James, you're welcome to Sierra Network. They talk about lights. No, who do they no one lights? They can't begin call names now. Go wait first. We get for can remind them. I see Lunge say 3 to 4 months they not get light. So CLSG. Okay, no, not now. Now EDSA now they distribute. EDSA now they distribute. Eh? Yeah? EDSA. Lunge say 3 to 4 months they not get lights. Eh? Okay. Now they go. Now we listen first from CLSG waiting the press release with them pull. Yeah? Freetown connect to CLSG grid following successful synchronization. Freetown don't connect to the CLSG, the grid, for successful synchronization. Some people don't know the kind boku money we don't spend for late we get this light in a saloon. The other day, not only the chair in a parliament for energy, they tell me about how World Bank don't sponsor for make them get substation. Even we in our talo for make we get substation. Now 5 places them. So if this CLSG lights now don't reach Freetown, then substation then they upgrade them. Then the power line them where they can we host them. Then fix them. You know things say go better for we? No, seriously though. Staffy Nazgi say Watalo, then I they tell you. So sometimes because man they are the so they remember we. God don't say woman they all for Watalo. But before we begin enjoy and so yeah, what's in a blackout? Look at back. So we gotta get her now. You think say I go can't say I not get her? When I not get her, they talk say I not get her. Honey be as she don't come inside. Okay, I think say the village people they don't, okay. Eh? Okay. Mada. Tengbe. I must I call you. Okay. See that the block. Alright. Let's go. CLSG say the capital of Sierra Leone, Freetown, home to millions of Sierra Leoneans. Hey, I beg. If statistics here na una month, say millions. Okay, I know the. Anyway, they say home to millions of Sierra Leoneans. They don't connect, and now they enjoy. Now what's in and say? Now they enjoy the much awaited 24-hour electricity from the CLSG grid. Eh? This now what CLSG say. Yeri back. The much awaited, then they enjoy the much awaited 24 hours electricity from the CLSG grid. Then say people are glad and they're excited all over the tongue. Freetown resident na then say so. Oda say people are glad we tell CLSG them for me the right time. Then say na Sulaiman Kamara when I na the Transco CLSG environmental assistant. Na go tell and say people them na Freetown then glad. Then glad because waiting do and they enjoy lights now. So then they try to explain to me. They say the Transco CLSG project reached the landmark in achievement where on first day, the 7th day, this is 1 week ago, the 7th day of July 2022, now they then done successfully for synchronize the Sierra Leone network with the CLSG network, as well as effectively the energization of the Binkogo and Bumbuna substation. Transco CLSG, they supply electricity to Freetown from an injection point na Bumbuna. Injection point na Bumbuna. Okay. Who they come? Una wait. Because it look like say this 24-hour light. You want bring something now. Okay. If you don't follow Winaya, this not gonna be news to you. Because for each step, we the Kawitanaya or the Kalina Tibum, it's development. Yeah? Okay, load they go. Alright. All man they talking on right. I don't know that you for it safe. Alright. Oh, CLSG. Una how this. So, na Bumbuna, I tell you say, Bumbuna in don't get cable already. We come na Freetown. So they just take them from that CLSG side, from the Kenema, and send and go Bumbuna, then Bumbuna send and come Freetown. Now be the plan. Which is about 260 kilometers away from the capital, Freetown. So they send a 50 megawatt from CLSG network na Freetown they get. According to Eric Achi, when I am the engineering coordinator of Transco CLSG. Inside December 2021, the president of Sierra Leone, Dr. Julius Madabio, will officially switch on the Côte d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea electricity interconnection line na Tiloma, Kenema. We bring power to his political heartland. Not to me so, na CLSG, then press release, na they talk so. Okay? For say, na the political heartland of President Bill, when a Kenema. Moments after the president turned the lights on, the one in Abo and Kenema, they went into frenzy. And they gladdy because of the outcome of that kind of light where they don't get now, Abo and Kenema. The project director, Mr. Bailey, they highlight say this is a major achievement where the CLSG project don't implement. It means say the electricity now then go transmit from CI Energies within a Côte d'Ivoire straight Kanabo, Kenema, Kono, Bumbuna, and Freetown. This not a small measure, but it go up with the provision of a sustainable than a one and reliable electricity supply to the people of Sierra Leone. Now, so the engineer, when a Paul Safa, when a Transco CLSG country manager, now so in C. All right? Okay. Now they go. With approximately 530 kilometer transmission line across Sierra Leone, the 225 kV power line, they serve Bo and Kenema towns them with ongoing plans for the grid for serve other districts them, including Pujeu, Kenema, Kono, Tonkolili, Koinadugu, Bombali, Cambia, and Karine. You dey all who say forget lights? Where that lights where they come out from Côte d'Ivoire? Alright. The general manager of Transco CLSG, when Mohamed M. Sherif, say he at glady him pleased with the developments in Freetown. He say by the way a manner where they don't switch the lights on, the government of Sierra Leone don't give hope for a better life, improve health care and education. We go alleviate poverty and we go help for foster sustainable socio-economic development na salon. You know say we? Quickly and say we na the first. Let the stars then they for them. What's in the gun? Let the stars then they for them, eh? Okay. Sierra Leone is the first among the CLSG countries for sign both the power purchase agreement and the transmission service agreement. Yeah. Yeah. I hope say we dey read before they sign. Because we don't see them parliamentarian in a parliament. Eh? We don't see them. Say they can sign and they no read. If you not be see what happened yesterday, well, he left to you. Because if we already now we no more don't sign. Now we force sign all two. Okay. Loud they go. Yeah? I hope say no more they read. But they tell you say we are the first among the CLSG countries there for sign both the power purchase agreement with a PPA and the transmission service agreement. And started trade on the line. He said and there, na clear manifestation of the president in leadership role where they play for ensure transformative CLSG project they achieve them for the betterment of we all. Arun Zubair say they get problem with the stars. I hope say that trouble they go solve, sir. Meanwhile, the management of EDSA, Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, EDSA. Eh? Okay. Of Sierra Leone, they inform the general public for the interconnection, work, test, and energization of the Transco CLSG line we come out from Bumbuna, we come Freetown for say they don't complete them. EDSA then press release with the issue yesterday, Wednesday, July 13, 2022, for say the authority will ensure Freetown benefit from a more reliable. We they see all the word they use. reliable, sustainable. These are things we don't dey yarn for na salon. Now yeah, we get people who be don't talk say, even when them be go sign, because that time they boy and kenema, then be they fly them call up a week. Say what to make the knocker with an Freetown? Well, it don't reach. Yeah? So EDSA say then go ensure make we benefit from a more reliable access to electricity from the CLSG supply grid through the transmission line where they don't construct from Bumbuna to Freetown. EDSA on our left now. That transmission line they be there. Who that this again? Hey, Papa God. Until I don't talk city that they block, All man get rights to your opinion. Our talk na me, na so I want talk. Yeah? Not to you they tell me how for talk. Martin. Not to you they tell me how for talk. What's your problem? If you dey dance, so you dey continue for dance. Alright. Loud you go. EDSA. Una say una construct from Bumbuna to Freetown. No. Now una be don't tell we first see the line they already from Bumbuna to Freetown. So what una do? Una just take CLSG, una carry it na Bumbuna. Then from Bumbuna now, but the line be done there already. I hope so una not take money for that deal. I hope so. Let una not say just now that money we World Bank be don't give for go and make them substation there. Una don't go take the because una draw line can Freetown. Okay. Lord we go. Until na fi say we go dey make them or not dey read. Alright. Lord we go ya. I don't know if some man they tell them where they kika waiting for take listen is she don't para. She don't para, you know they listen. Now me talk, I they read waiting come out na CLSG. I they read. They can't talk. Alright. EDSA. Una no collect money, you know. Alright. On that note, EDSA wants the public for no say the CLSG interconnection power aim for supply adequate, reliable, and sustainable electricity successfully. They don't land them inside Freetown. Yeah? They don't land them inside Freetown. EDSA say this Transco CLSG development, now, listen, listen. Because if we get blackout, if we reach for EDSA, listen, EDSA say now, they get 3 source for Freetown lights. 3. The Kapawa ship na 1, the Bumbuna Hydro na 2, and the Transco CLSG na 3. Yeah? We want grain na Freetown. We want grain na Freetown na 3 source na in EDSA get now for Giwi light. Una EDSA. Because I get for camper the price now una don't begin charge. Una EDSA. Una get 3. If Transco CLSG get problem. We know say Bumbuna no go get her. If Bumbuna and Transco they all two get her, well, Kapawa ship no will get her. Well, if they are all 3, they down together. Finally, you know so village people there. We know so village people there and they bring now allow get lights. Alright. Now they talk say Matty, they say na freedom of speech, not so. Well, if freedom of speech, you get to be responsible. You see ya, na saloon. You get freedom before speech. But freedom after speech, na the problem. When you talk with you, don't for talk. Freedom of speech do. But freedom after speech, na di wahala dey. Alright. 3 source now na get for give you light. So no one hear blackout to na Freetown. No one hear today, no one hear tomorrow. In fact, our World Bank project for building substations them, una try no. Una try. They are the way to that. And then line them. We keep make pakla. Una try change all. Money the World Bank don't give money. So now for your receive. World Bank don't give money. Una no begin drag on a foot again. Una no begin drag on a foot. At least, let's get sustainable electricity. From there now, we go balance to the water. Then we go to the road. One by one. Okay. Let we go. Now 3 source una get. And they say because they get 3 source, it will certainly reduce the load shedding activity. Where this one go get today, then they not get tomorrow. Somebody be coming na potty. Now be say then they give them load shedding na potty. Alright. So now na talk when I go watch potty, lunge, the other side where they claim say they know they get light. Okay. And say because of them 3 sources, then it will reduce load shedding activity. And it will also compensate for any unforeseen drop in power generation from either of the power producers them. Like I explained to you just now, say, if 1 go down, we'll get 2. But if all 3 go down, we'll go check with village people if not to them. Meanwhile, construction work will soon be completed for Fedugu and Kamakwe substation in the northern province this year for enhanced electricity supply to the northern part of Sierra Leone. Now so EDSA say. And then go ensure the general public for continue the efforts for giving unhindered supply. I'll sign on them. Hey, me and you, Thank you for the stars. But when I come critical, you vex. Me not to sali one sign now. Are they sent at 360? Alright. I'll continue. They not inside them. Then self go get lights. Unhindered electricity supply to them value customer them. Including expansion to unserved communities and maintenance of its network distribution infrastructure. That one day it's highly needed. It's highly needed. For make EDSA fix then distribution. Now that one day they be tell we where they be say the president say we get electricity baby one. Then say the generation they but the supply. Well, will not be done the feel am. Waiting a bad light. Look and pack. So even with this one, if EDSA and distribution supply not correct, if it not correct, then we not go still enjoy this one. But EDSA though, let's talk small. The tariff, waiting the go on. Because the kind increase so na increase and so, it's like saying a 75% una don't add. What's in a problem? EDSA. Yes, now be the talk say, una give you the lights now, who they pay for her, who they pay. Now that 37 million, who una owe the cap our ship. Now una they bill we for so now. In EDSA, Mr. Energy Minister, not say like Butu so they watch me. Or not to me they watch. You know, I watch her no more. Watch her. Look her. You know, see her. Now me they watch. That's why they talk, sir. Now EDSA. I don't know if that 37 million where they owe the ship. Now I mean they can where they increase. So lights now still na luxury. Na luxury. The tariff is too much. The tariff is too much. Okay. When this administration, when this me first EDSA the thief. EDSA the thief us. Then thief me 100,000. And they talk and every day. Till una give me money because I not give una. Una thief me 100,000. Why buy lights? Credit una not send. For the common water logo Freetown. We go 110, 210. The transport they add up. Now I tell them say una no go again, una left there. Yeah? When this administration take over, they tell you say they get a good deal. At that time, now 50,000. 50,000. Yeah? Now be the tariff 1. 50,000. Then they begin, people and they thief lights. Then they agree for pay. People and they thief. People and they agree for pay. So who they pay? Then they come back for we. They come back for we. They hammer we. 50,000, anything on top of 50,000, then they double the price for you. 50,000 lights. 50,000 lights na salon. At that time, from the previous administration, if you spend past 50,000, you spend past 50,000. What's in that one day they happen? The money where they pan tap the 50,000, then they charge times 2. So at that time, 50,000 lights, you get like 54 units. 54 units now you get. When they begin make that ala, and then come on, then change them to 25,000. If you use more than 25,000 lights, then say you don't use pass mark. Imagine 25,000 Leone's lights. If you use more, una always me I go salon, I go EDSA, I engage them. I make her they explain to you so. Because a lot of people, where the credits, where the units can, they now this thing give me, they don't thief. But now the explanation now they give you so. Now the explanation now they give you so. Okay. 25,000 now they can bring the cutoff. Say, well, if you use more than 25,000, anything we go pan tap the 25,000, that be say you don't use per smack lights. EDSA, na lek wiso. No, seriously, na lek. So, what think can happen? Like me, 50,000 lights now be they buy, and for security lights no more. Security light, 50,000 now be they buy. You get 54 units. Now I come out, they to 100,000. 100,000, then they give, wait, make a check. Because I know, now me self they buy. So me person tell me 100,000, then they give 64.9. Now 100,000 they give now. Yeah? Waiting and see. Waiting happen yonder. You remember what I tell you that cutoff point? So for they get the same amount of tariff where we be done they get, the money just they increase. So this last one where EDSA don't do now, this last one, where they don't say they don't do the adjustment, 200,000. Now 150,000 leons. Now all money they talk about too. 150,000 leons, they give 54 units. 100,000, but they give you 64 units. 150,000. Now they even give you the 64 units. Now 54 they give you. If you want that 64 be they get, now 200,000. Tell me say not to 100% they don't add. 100%. Now they don't add now. When me dey salon, 1 million. Now they spend per light per month. 1 million. 250,000 per week. I get the evidence. Because now orange money me they buy. Where I know they? Now me still they buy. Where I know they? Now 100,000 for security lights. Now 200,000. Imagine from 50,000 to 100,000. Now 200,000 for the same units. EDSA. So now that money una owe. Now they try for can't take na we answer. For Gide. You know easy. You know easy. Why make una look inside? I not say let the minister, the people they watch me so. Because una force una the thief. If una lie, they lie. Una give me 100,000. Una make a the run at 100,000 per transport. Now me give up. Okay. AAA, my sister buy 400,000 top up. And a 144 units. Then game. He say, you not able for use the AC self with that. No, me, I know now, see what I go salon, something like then 2 million I get for the spend per light. Eh? 2 million. Now I get for the spend per light. Look out to Smantoli. Make we hear waiting he gets for it today. Welcome on board to Smantoli. You get the platform, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, Triple A, and thanks to everybody with the listening. The CLSG is a good program, good project. Let's just give a quick overview, and then I will make a number of things them we I just want make we all get at the back of our mind. The history is simple as this. ECOWAS country them as far back in 2006 then come to a common agreement in terms of West Africa power pool for the main aim here now for get a regional electricity market. Usai then ECOWAS country go benefit from this electricity. And inside Sierra Leone, the plan is now for supply electricity now 6 mainlands them across 7 districts, where it comprise 39 rural communities them. So now a project where it only go on for a very long time. Very long time. So, but we know say now we in country, whoever complete a project, 90 claim, obviously. So what I did try for Tokyo, I did try for take this away from politics so that whoever we credit belongs, will they give them credit. But before ever they go into the detail of this, I think it is important to note that we Sierra Leoneans them at this point in time, we know they ask for too much. We just they require the request for the basic human needs. Now this will they ask for. The basic human needs. And when we say the basic human needs, things like light, water, food for eat, for putting a table, for all eat. I think that the basic human needs now that we need right now. So the CLSG, simply Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea, a project where they been only facilitate for a very long time for help for some form of regional power pool, where it been only going for a very long time. So this is a good news. If they say the power don't reach inside Freetown, it's a good news. But I think AAA, it's important for now we just go back to the press release. They emphasize on the issue of sustainability and reliability, which is lacking when it comes to most other projects in our country. We always question the issue of sustainability and reliability. And I think you mentioned that. One of the major problems them we EDSA don't they face, then say they don't get issue. We listen to some of the interviews them where they done the interview. They say they don't get problem with power generation. I think what's more than get concern, what they get challenged with is in terms of distribution and supply. And as it stands, they say they don't connect the grid from, I think it's from Bumbuna, and it supply directly from Freetown. They don't connect the project. The CLSG project is being connected to that of Bumbuna, where they help for supply directly in Freetown. And then, as sure we say, we they get the 24/4 hour electricity where the capital need. And then promise for giving more than other district them. This is what we they ask for. But again, triple A, I know say we country when it comes to development, we always get some fundamental questions. We always they ask. The question is, with this project, how far this will help we for sustain the country? Because that's we need right now. It's a good news because it reach Freetown, and we know say the city where na Freetown na the home for 1 million of Sierra Leoneans then. So if you don't reach Freetown, then say we go 24-hour electricity. I think it's a good one. It's a good one. And we listen to one of the managers then, CLSG. He spoke well. He talked well. Talk na one thing, but it's free. But we dey look forward to this. We dey really look forward to this because when he listen to them, he say this project it offer a better life. It improve health and education, and at the same time, it help for alleviate poverty and socio-economic development of the country. There is no doubt about it. That is why we always know they ask for big promises. Yeah, we always ask for the basic needs them where we need right now. And times with that number, we don't come at this forum, we don't they ask the government, say, look, those big promises them where we don't know say at this point in time, it's not realistic. Because some of the project them where the government don't they call for plan for income, they are not possible. They are not realistic. Because power generation, electricity, now one important factor, yeah, where they help for where other projects they rely on. Yeah, we say give we first light, give we water, give we the basic human needs, food, shelter, and then tier first want. So if the manager for CLSG to assure we, and it don't assure we say it will be a sustainable and reliable energy, so we dey look forward to that. But again, triple A, energy supply is important, very, very important. I don't get no problem with that. But we don't want camouflage. We don't want camouflage because at this point in time, we know say a lot they go on in our country. Yesterday, we talked about the cost of living crisis. Cost of living crisis. And we they ask for the government for can insight for can, cushion the impact of this cost of living crisis. So we Sierra Leoneans then. But no want because elections they round the corner. So let them bring camouflage for can camouflage we. But I know say this project only go on for a very long time. It's only go on for a very long time. And we all don't yearn for electricity, sustainable electricity in other country. Dey. So we hope the government they do the needful, especially in terms of the distribution and supply. Because don't forget the CLSG, not just another source of power generation. That's just another source of power generation. Because I think from the press release itself, it tell we say now we get 3 source of power generation. Remember, we still get our car power ship, We get the Bumbuna, and then we don't can get this Transco, we not the CLSG. So these three all na power generation. But how will they ensure? I think this I think say one of the workers them, one of the employees them, now EDSA been they talk about. How will they ensure that this power wouldn't they generate, you able reach people at their houses then with the correct voltage? I think is a question. But with this project, I believe say it will help for overcome some of their orders here. But again, for reiterate, AAA, I think we go back to Maslow hierarchy of needs. We know they ask for big promises. Sierra Leoneans know they ask for big promises. We know say a lot of promises don't come, they don't die. But what would they ask for? Yeah, now the basic human needs, physiological needs. Put rest on the table. Let get water, clean drinking water. Let get, let get place for sleep. Those are the basic needs all they ask for. We are not crying down the government. We they effectively criticize the government for let them know their responsibility, for let them know why make we put them there in the first place, so that we'll get a better Sierra Leone. Now that's what we always they ask for. We see a lot of promises don't go in vain at that country there. So if we bring this project, it's been going on for a very long time. Once more again, I reiterate, this has been the culture in our country. The government will come, will complete the project, then they get the praise. It's like any other government we don't pass. That has always been the case. So in as much as we look back to the history of this project, where they go on for a very long time inside ECOWAS, I think say we will say kudos for this project, because at the end of the day, it's been success. Well, I mean, for so far so good. We don't see they don't come with them, they say they don't bring energy. But we they watch. Because there are a number of things them still where they're on the floor, such as the distribution and supply. How will they ensure say, they distribute and supply correctly, and it will be sustainable, and at the same time it give you the correct voltage we want. That's the other thing. And they also promise say they will spread them to other districts. For now, we don't say it all reach Bo, it all reach Kenema. Yeah? Then promise we for Kerango in as much as Pujong, for Kerango as far as Pujong, if we go Kono, Tonkolili, Konadugu, Bombali, Karena, all inside, and they on them for let them expand. Now the area they need for low get electricity. So we look forward to that. These are the basic needs who they talk about. No need heavy promises. The world, we don't say the things are exclusive and mutually exclusive, but what do they try for talk? There are certain things until you able get them. It's difficult for them to reach other side. So I will stop here. Like a chance to my fellow panelists. Thank you very much, AAA, and thanks to everybody where they listening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. One for say thanks to Usman Toli for your submission today. If you just join me, as promised, we will be launching few weeks time the CLSG power grid instead go up for supply lights na Freetown. Now CLSG self don't tell we say the light don't reach Freetown. Jesus friend, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thanks a lot, AAA, for giving the platform, and thanks to Mr. Usman Toli for his submission, and thanks to all the information we don't bring ahead of we follow we hear it. Regarding this electricity, we all know say the country dey try for develop, and we don't get a problem of scarcity of generation of electricity, or we don't get problem with the so-called transmission and even the distribution lines. And then will be done, they get a lot of issues regarding electricity, where they get accidents here and so on. But governments, they don't they try, oh yeah, and there, don't begin the hydro for years, but we not see the hydro able for sustain because of the phases that we get. Going on, they don't bring areas in for subsidize up to the area we another project World Bank run to the solar. See the last one, they start the previous government start another Cambia, Poloko, begin the thief the solar thing after they don't put them there. But the idea the project they don't start. So now they see the other phase and they start in the solar. Then now the hydro back, they be only try for revamp and but you get areas where they not done when are the other parts of the so-called dam. So that's been the key issues in terms of how it generate. Then bring can the car power ship now they end up for use them just for let them get source when they generate electricity. So all that one day be done they go on. So but because of we on areas that will be done they develop, would they not be able for work, then what will be happen now? We see say the projects them we will be done start as hydro in another bumbuna, where initially it be aimed for generate electricity, will be for don't do the excess and the sell and go to Ivory Coast, Ghana, all those countries. That was the way which was started in the early 80s. Okay, so that's again not being worked out because of whatever reasons we not go in detail. So now they can now the other way where something else really happen at the neighboring country, where now the Ivory Coast, where now this electricity supply, where now the WAP and CLSG, the interconnection project. So then we done the start and day. But how we begin for like kind of salon, we just want to briefly about so we know how it can a salon. Because now we don't know what before don't happen at salon, where if before don't go on Ivory Coast. But because of many reasons, I know we won't go too much, but we know that something don't work well. So they serving gets an idea after their own problem with electoral issues. What in them been do, they been get their source there because there was a time I mentioned here last week about Kenya, how they get what they call mixed generation. They get that generation with a kind of energy mix. So they get source of energy from different sides, the water, hydro, the solar, the thermal, the gas. So then get that system. So now it's similar one be the run on Ivory Coast. Because Ivory Coast have been the effect for them and get sustainable growth. Because we not say again on the side of sustainable growth, we get World Bank again, where they advertise or where they promote then 17 sustainable development goals. And among them, a pool of hunger, you get a lot of things there. I think now 7, now you talk about affordable and clean energy. So based on that one day, Ivory Coast, the Cote d'Ivoire been getting two issues there. They mean get one at the steam. Got to mention about the steam. And the steam and they get them from the bottom level of the underground where you get the heat steam. So that is steam and then they convert. Then get one village with them they call this village, I believe them they call Azito. Yes, Azito was the village where they get this thermal power plants. So the thermal power plants, now energy and they put under the ground with steam and heat converter, then they store them because the material they use are high copper. And copper, you know, is in the store heat. Like what inside the country and cold so that's now when they see now the world they already place the one now copper because in get the resistance for keep heat, but we left that side there. That's not in them when they try for develop. Then develop them, it be able to give them an amount of megawatts. So go on, then we get the other one back when I be Citrel power plant, or another village again. So what did they do? Then they get help from the World Bank. The World Bank came inside between 2010 and 17. When an IFC, when an international something finance institution, they therefore can help them. They give them certain amount of millions of dollars for letting them go expand them. So when they expand them, they expand back the one with another place. So now the thermal is steam energy where it look very reasonable and a kind of a way of a renewable energy. When they don't get 90-something% of people who don't connect to that grid, that's the Ivory Coast. Charity begins at home. They don't get satisfied. All man don't get. They say, well, now we get the 10%. Let me give out for seller. And that 10%, they don't even increase them based on what they generate. Not only megawatt, the percentage of what they get. So then sell them out So now they come so in the form of this particular thing would they get so, because then they able to do a kind of so-called what then they call and get out what the politician they can use, due diligence, and then some other people in kind side. But again, the key word what they use here, we're able to make the sustainable light within the way busy, you know, they get interruption, he always there, you don't need many care for say the repair, it go on, and then it affordable. And then it do work where it be say even if you get a lot of industries, then the work, then get the megawatts where it dey more than enough. Not to like we one side use electricity, that other side not go get because industry they work dey. So that they be able for work them out. So when they do, World Bank first give them a tick of 400 million. And then later then give back the other one at the 30 million. The 30 million, now even there as a kind of a guarantee. They put the guarantee so that in case investor then can, anything will happen, they say, would they be una for let we will give this as a token. Because when you talk of development, you talk of development of attracting investors, you talk of development for let you get a sustainable goal, you talk of development, let you go get agriculture for work, you talk of development, let the hospital get electricity, you talk of development, let the roads them who side need for let them get light, who side need for get power, and the water system we need electricity. Quite a lot and branch up to education in different way, technology in terms of when I use technology in our school, like how they introduce this technology where we minister they try for help, so it need electricity for back them up. That is very good in development. So they put this money and say, well, una can, in case una not can succeed, if we not invest or if we can do anything we want to do, would they give una the money this. Not so that 30 years to one India's guarantee. So, but why they do it? Because they don't believe, say, they don't get sustainable light. So they attract business, they go on. So that one, the way they develop, now then begin to say, well, we will begin to sell Giwuna now. Because this project has started all the way from 2010 up to 2019, I wouldn't able to expand them. So you see, say the project don't they creep up, they come because of the method. So we don't get her now. So but we fail for now, we sell we on to them. So waiting now the idea what is that for sell now, two ideas. They look for things and when you know see you get in the use. Not to say they go buy power ship. Now inside the ground and big. And what you can do, they look for areas that where they get gas reservoirs them. They get areas that where the cycle they go. They get reserve areas that won't in at the ground where they get gas. Then they go and they extract them. Just like the area now, so if you then dig deeply, you'll get a lot of gas will be done there. Even though I want to clean gas, but now they convert them. Now the areas in those side that rotting things then they happen, animals in decay and all those things. So that in the site, so you know now you are using the natural resources and then you expand them with certain things then, and then you find a buffer for let the investment then come. Because you don't already get guarantee. Now that method I just for sure they emphasize on that area, they want 2 points they're looking at. Waiting they use something with natural, then discover the elements of waiting they get, then pull them out, and then they're able to put a buffer zone in terms of waiting international trade and how you're able to attract investors. So those tools work out. Now for that, we the benefit from that light day now. So that is a very good thing. And we don't benefit now, we are happy. We left now to waiting and the infrastructure we will save the bill. Now we the question. First of all, we need the transmission from one point to the other. We don't know how far that transmission don't go. We need the waiting and then substation them where they able for generate the power where in case the power come up, you can able for lower in power. It the one where the power one blow, one relax, the one where they can say, well, we help you for move. Now then they upgrade them. You know, was they put them up. So there is and I call them so-called transformer. When they make the power, you know, they tie on the road, they bring down with the full force. But when they bring down the full force, it is distributor. Now, let not go with Boku power back. Let not go cause problem. So you get the step down. Then you get now the cutoff point. But the point where I want for them to look at now, the finishing point is the area where I want let them focus on. What are these finishing points? This finishing point, now something similar will be missed for happen inside State House. There is a problem of interface will be happen at State House because That few days, if you listen, we news, right? I said, you go not say there's a place, and don't forget the place in town, but now one of the villages, I don't know if it's not Gloucester, but somewhere where they transformer, something, it burn, it catch fire. So they don't get right now, so-called a transformer. You don't burn this, so they get days and weeks of no light. Then comment on them, take to the nearby. So you don't go say nothing I relate to, because remember, when you get electricity workload, it move on one direction. If any area we get an issue, we're able to turn around, it back kick. And when it back kick, it affects certain areas. So we don't know if that interface connect will happen now parliament, but it's the investigator. But those are similar things that they try to say. What are they trying for bring inside now? For let them go, they get them points there of interchange, which they call a residual current device. You know that was that one way that the crowd the left, where they seen a small one where they wait for lane. You know, to crowd itself in the form of crowd, now in the form of just like a way they say, they see your tongue is always wet. So those are the areas that we try for look and say, those na security for safeguard the electricity na that place there, na Freetown and any area na the country, because that na other thing will be lack in that area. They will that point they will how they secure that light for go inside people house where you know go cause problem. So those are the areas now where then go get for see, then go able for spend little money, then train people and for do them things and they all as part of this package where then they get or then able for right project before the thing they done, because World Bank don't give una, and World Bank if you see them the help then get that area one that's sustainable goal. So all this una get for get technology, due diligence, and how una go right on a project. But looking at electricity, I know say now something we good where they don't bring come, but as long as they're able for invest time, because you go to get they invest again like then electrical refrigerated trucks. We therefore go bring them goods, then relate with other industry, under other ministries, like the Ministry of Trade, where we talk about yesterday, agriculture, how then will they go bring them goods of them people away the Kabbalah, with the all those ways, where then we able to refrigerate them. So then we write all those plans, because this is how Ivory Coast able for do. Then get all the refrigerator there. Then get the place, the thing what they call Cipra. I know if not they would they buy chicken no more, but that's like they are the largest chicken producer. So that's having the benefit from this. So they call investors there. So the investors and they develop. When I even go make poultry in Kabbalah, then when they get the supply, when I get the refrigerated tanks. So it's all based on what thing they will do. But there are benefits if they are well tapped out of, and there are prospects if it is well used in the right way. And expansion, let's not just depend on that one day, because remember, there is climate change, we don't know if water will drop. Now, for that, even then, why they bring this system inside Ivory Coast. So that I do not believe on 100% back, no, would they get what in now, would they call combined and mixed generation, we on a kind of one way they get a mix way they get electricity from all sources, like how then they do so. But it all comes down to development, who all hopes the country go able to look into them. Because as long as the right plan, as long as the right things and we able sustain, and we will talk of sustainable, we describe and say that's something we don't talk, we know go and back person, we person, will get difficulty for access them. Now that one day then we able for get. And finally, if I go sorry about this, then get the guarantee one of that subsidy, because na back Ivory Coast then do. Then put a subsidy for them people them when are less privileged people them. Then put a subsidy for them. The price when you talk to them, put that one day. So let them make it look sustainable and affordable. So that in World Bank they try for help people. God help we, and thank you very much. Let God help the nation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
You're welcome, yes, sir.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to Usfriend. Make you come with Alpha. Make we hear you waiting to get for we. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A. I want to say big good evening, a warm good evening to listeners. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on wherever you're listening we from. And what we'll get in a table today, when at the connection of the CLSG grid to Freetown. For me, a laudable venture where we don't see EDSA don't do. And I know I would take praise, Triple A. One of me and Tim Pekin, now one of the manager for this particular connection here. So they give me updates any day when they work. So I was like, you guys are doing a great job. Notwithstanding, I think the two previous speakers them don't say something very much important. You see, Sierra Leone, more especially when it comes to politics, business, we know they ever give praises to somebody or the one that way starts a particular project, more especially if time not in their favor for complete time or there's any reason when they will give way make them not complete time. So all the praise go to the government we complete time. You see, now this I can tell people say politicians are not honest, to themselves and even to the nation. By right, even when they make some of their statements here, they need to acknowledge the people that we start them here, even from Chijanka by them. We need to give accolade to them because they sit down and think wise enough for a project to go benefit the country as a whole. But I get some few points that I want for just to get the attention of the public too. Yeah, I think one of the word that we still they capture my mind, we get what we call, they say we get sustainable light. Yeah, accessibility, accessible. I just they look at the big grammar or words the way they use here, the adjectives, yeah, for describe the highlights we'll get. And I draw a line in my jottings the way I can make before I make any statement. I draw a line on the sustainability and accessibility. But before I go down to this one, I just want for hammer home this point. Now, goal 7 of the SDG, Sustainable and Development Goal 9, talk about affordable and clean energy. Yeah, so I think who's me they try for quote that particular one day. So that just make it clear for people allow they know say what would they talk with the give reference to factual document them. Thank you very seriously, Usfriend. But that comes to me point, people. I don't know if na English we lekba or na I don't know where we put them big English and then they make the people and they gladly or then they feel the thing. If you watch, even when governments, then they when with governmental officials, then they go na studio on a social media, whatever, then they use so big English them that I don't know if neither they use for convince the people them or for confuse the people them, because there is difference between convince and confuse. So I don't know which one make them they use them big word here. Now look at the light we say a sustainable light. AAA sustainable light. I tell you, I don't defend sustainable light now the last term. And if time permits me, I will still give them back. And accessibility. Remember, goal 7 of the SDG say affordable and clean energy. I'm glad the way you analyze the cost of the light. In fact, I just relax with the analyzer because it's not for let we get the light, but how much it cost the layman and that we want for connect lights. AAA forget meter and Sierra Leone. If you not sometimes if you not get Sababu, they take you like months for make you get meter. That's not one because me go to down in Asalondi. Yeah. One for connect with us, it's only the grace. Now they make you able to forget meter because sometimes it takes 6 months, sometimes it take 1 year. There are people who the application don't take 1 year. So getting the light is just one aspect, but how the people in the access this light? Is this light safe enough for make people in the connect and at the houses them the host they not go born? People we can go back and get a survey of houses that we don't born. I think we don't cover many of them program they host the way they born. 60 to 70% will tell you saying a bad light. Apart from that one, the appliance is the way don't well. If no more people may get access for the take EDSA or NACOT, believe EDSA will deal pay damage because there are people who don't losses a lot of them appliances them because of bad light, because of high voltage. Sometimes the light, in fact, they put TV on set. But we say this is a sustainable light. Let me say I don't want to take me time for analyze this word. When they say sustainable, this is a light way then go give we and we able for access them without not get any ability for destroy the future generation where they come. So it means that for the supply we light, even future generations, then where they come before when they come after they're able for access that light. They will not able for compromise them future. So that now will they talk about sustainable light. But apart from that, any light when they give way, they cause problem that the environment, or they cause problem, to people. Trust me, I'm afraid I don't accept that definition. This is a sustainable light. Somebody will say sustainable light, okay, to them now we they give light frequently. No, I think what we talk about sustainable. That's the way In fact, law say go cut off. Even if they cut off, maybe now for a few hours, or then they do repair, then go give people information. Say, well, we want to do repair. Then thing they did, then people know say yes, this particular time, then they cut off light. But if for be continuous lights, but again, people, you see, like I say, now how much it go affect this layman na the corner and na street yanda. You see, they don't begin we say they create job opportunity, people that go begin do business. Hello. If the light's expensive, not all man go able to connect lights. Now that make people a thief lights, AAA. Because when we don't go pay for meter, and not able to get the meter to time, it attempts me for make somebody go do bad. And I make you get illegal connections them all over. If they no say meter no dey, let them tell people they say meter no dey. From this time to this time, we not sell meter or not. Even if they make intake, let them give the people a first come, first serve. But you see some man, then social connection now we need na salon. You see somebody where in do apply 6 months, 1 year, I not get a meter. People in the common more 1 week, you don't get meter because they get connection inside the head side. So not to forget the lights no more the thing. Now, how accessible this light be to the community or to the people? Where them don't get where this light don't be connected, let them do things accordingly. The other thing again, let we come back, people. I think we do this one back where the Minister of Energy may talk, say, the lines them are Freetown in particular, most of them don't old, right? And they say the distribution are in the problem. And remember now that they can connect light according to them, I'll quote again, sustainable. Imagine the cables them don't old. We get like I don't know the year where they installing cable and they according to them. Yeah, then they can put constant power per them cable and we not think say it will begin cause problem. We not think say we get some cable this don't know melt. So we get for watch all the here before they go back to the definition of sustainable light. Because if we not get all the system here fixed, then I wonder why would they call these lights in a sustainable light. If the system don't fix, because it came from the EDSA themselves, say we get distribution problem. But now then they are calling this particular light a sustainable one. So I don't know who side with the sustainable to be connected. We up there is a problem. So it's better they clear all them problem than they who side then get for reconnect light, they reconnect lines them back. Then we'll begin to talk about sustainability in terms of the light. But if they begin get today, one side gets, the other side not gets, I don't think saying a sustainable lights that one day. Yeah, that's my other point to I want for big. Another thing I want for bring camp AAA. They make mention of 3 powers generation source, right? Interesting. They talk about the car power shape, of course, this CLSG and then Bumbuna. The big question I want for ask as a development expert, which one of these 3 is cost effective for the nation? Which one of these 3 can save the nation a lot of money, can make our country get lightweight, accessible or affordable for we people there? And trust me, nobody no go tell me say the ship, the car power ship is cost effective. No way, because then I sell and they sell give we direct. Man. Up till now, I think the heads are for pay the car power ship. You see, so that one they now put her up on the shelf first. Not no count as in a 3 power source. Yeah, because if we not pay them, we not get light. And we still owe them. Now that make them be the threat, say they will cut off the light if they not pay them. So which one of these 3 power sources are sustainable? Which one of these 3 power sources are cost effective for the nation? Which one of these 3 power sources will make light accessible na all the different district headquarter towns them in the country? Then I think that side the EDSA need for put more force or effort for maintain and for expand them. But if we see say any one parent 3 source, then they cost the country more money, and I'm afraid we not for like put more resources to them to that one day. The one who think say it really cost effective and they make the country able for save money, then I believe that the government for able for put more attention to. Other than that, we go get lights, then people are not able to connect the light because it will be expensive. At the same time, people then go find it difficult for they pay for them the light. Because just like the analysis we give, the way you buy 100,000 light, you enjoy them for like 3 weeks. But now, 100,000 lights or 1,000 new lights, I don't know why the new money, it's going to be the how you call it, the tariff or whatever, expensive for the people. So we need to look at which one is really more cost effective. Now they may believe say the government will put more attention to. And when you look at Bunguna too, is cost effective. Bunguna and I go we believe say if they develop and well, we don't need for call car power ship. Bunguna for when they say then they go phase 2. Up till today, we not go phase 2. Like we know this who's friend talker. The original plan for Bumbuna na see with them one for later, even they sell lights na other neighboring country. But now we go buy lights in a neighboring country. So people trust me, say alone, if we not put, I always they say this, if we not put politics for development, it will be very difficult for this and go before. Thank you very seriously, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha. I want to say thanks to Alpha for Ion contribution today. Okay? CLSG, we in Côte d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. Then at the CLSG. We all come together, say, let's get one source who they get power from, but this power they come out on Ivory Coast. But until we say we now at the force, we don't sign the one for the transmission and the other one. All the other one they who do it. They don't sign no. We like sign boo. We like for let until we say now we at the force. Let's look out Tony. There we are waiting in get on this one. Welcome on board, Tony. Get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. I feel a very good news. I mean, I'm so excited, and I feel people out there will be happy as well because we most times they hammer the same thing because there's no way where you will talk about economic. I mean, the growth or everything where you go mention about power, we're very key because if you talk about energy efficiency, definitely not any nation, it's very key because it boosts the macroeconomy. You understand? It boosts the economy wherein it creates employment. It creates so many things that we look at the effect where you get the benefits where you get. I know several times Ukaya would point the pitfalls, them the challenges with the government they get and everything. So if they do something good for me, I'm very happy. And if you say this is not the right thing where you get for this are the fundamentals. This is not something where we need because if they talk about energy efficiency, you understand, we can come to the other stages wherein they can look at the cost way name more another issues where we talk about cost effectiveness, but let we get the light first. When the lights on there, then they're able to get some more people connected, and you're able to get some more people make sure say the lights down there, they can review the price. It's just like when we talk about taxes right now. We they suffer high taxes because we only have few companies that we they operate, and government, we all know say government they get revenue through taxes. So when it comes to energy, it's like the few people where they get lights, now then they burn the cost because now few people they pay. You understand? But when you make sure say you increase the market, you get more. The niche of the market become broadened. You understand? You get more customers. It increase their revenue, and if revenue triple, so many expansion go come. Beaucoup things go develop. Salaries then go up. We go reach there where we say we go begin procure we own machine them for we say. We go get there then go begin to scale down small on these lights we come on Ivory Coast. Just like where they say now we first go for them, which was very key. You understand? Because Liberia not me feel saying something was serious, so they lay back. Now when they say, oh, this is something where they materialize and Sierra Leone have gone far, Bokenema, they all they enjoy, and the tenants have get the hype and now say they want for join. For me, I mean, I can always say this. We not particular about party, the government with in power. All we particular about the development in salon because we were don't born picking at the party or picking in this salon. We don't know we picking no one know in APC in a power and SAPP in a power. Then just if you say, oh, when they call them party then or when they call people them that the feedback when they give now salon and they talk about. You understand? I've been say people then get picking we don't go on within at the same system. So what we they look at now is cost effectiveness after this. But for me, light na salon is very key because I've worked for institutions then where there is no way we can survive. When you look at the schedule where you prepare payment schedule for the month alone, where you pay for maintenance and then things, then you go for pay people the service generator, you get all the things. Those things they absorb that, those things they eat into your net profit of any business. You understand? People the way they run SME way now welders, like small and medium enterprise businesses, they're like welders, people that way get small bars, people that way get even printing office, people that way they run business way rely on lights, we rely on this now they go die relief. Now fresh, they'll breathe. They know they will get a fresh air because imagine say that money where you spend every day where they come in as revenue to the business, you get for put it every day for buy fuel. Definitely, na expense. It eats on your profits. So at the end of the day, you net where they left, not able for make you able to expand your business, not even for able make you even pay your workers them on time because we make all the money where they come in as revenue, you get for put on a light. And another relief way this thing will bring calm, you will find out say a lesser percentage go reduce the pressure small at the gas station. Because if me get me generator, for example, I go buy fuel from the generator, I go for buy from the motor car and light day, waiting that they mean implies if lights they that fuel will buy study from the generator, I don't get for user. So it don't save. Now they use government lights. You understand? So if I not say I'm not going for the rush every time for going to gas because some man they live in an area where it's very difficult if lights not there, na disaster. Some man get food na fridge, some man get other things the way they do with light. Some man get their own personal things, their personal business where they run, where they need light. But if they if MPA day or EDSA day, it's a plus. It improve economic activity in any nation. That's how we talk about development. We talk about you go America now, or any side Europe, or any side we they move fast because there's light. We know the ask just like how we the other panelists and say we are not asking for too much. These are just the fundamentals. When you have these things in place, you understand? You find out say so many things that will spring up, so many opportunities will come. We go actually build you macroeconomic. You understand? It will be a real boost because there's so much benefit. We have to look at the benefits where we go get. Me know for make we they look at what's in. The only thing where me feel say them for do right now, where I feel say very key, the market and research departments where they get right now for be very robust at this time. Go out there, try for see how they can for expand more on the market, get the customer base, improve on them. Then the research cable for we can find out outside then the way cables then don't become the road, outside the way cable them don't damage, outside them feel the way they at risk, just like how then they pay people the way the high tension pass. So that nigga for be the key areas because now in season this and we all know how it's along the way even the mobile company they face them pressure then the way lights where rain they come heavy with breeze. Most times you get for do antenna stabilization because you can't win what they get in a salon is so heavy that so thank you they it will make call where rain they come because what you make the breeze don't shake the antenna them. You understand? So this got for be the other area where because these are high tension cables we on. They go for make sure say they're well fitted well, then make sure say they can go for the monitor them because if anything happen, then cable then they cause a disaster. So they have to look at the other risk area where they but trust me, I don't want for labor on this because me not somebody we're very passionate about lights. Like we then are areas and we if lights not there, na disaster. You go there where you see the place if you're afraid. You understand? Because light, there's no light. You understand? So for me, kudos to the minister. I mean, I one person wake you always they say the minister not the work. I wish the minister be able for work like how Dr. Senge the work. But this kind of achievement for me, I mean, I think it's a plus to the government and it's the plus because imagine private people and they run hospital and salon. Lights not there. Even government hospital, for example, Connaught Hospital, if they have to do operation with lights, probably then they do operation light just a disaster. So for me, I mean, one for say kudos to the government and let them keep up because we know so we get for this see so many things right now they happen because election is around the corner. But let we have something where we know say can be cost effective. The only thing we be concerned about is the effectiveness of it, the cost. Because you know what for say, hey, if I be if better let I buy fuel from a generator. But that now other thing we I believe say if we get good CSOs like we get there civil society organizations them we go able for lobby or people then they are able for we able talk that for be their own take right now. But most of these institutions, some of them don't go into politics because when you see development they happen, most of them institutions not to just for the points the bad things of the government, but there are certain things that the way the citizens themselves they go for be an advocate for them. Because certain things then they like what this slide don't cancel what we talk about. There are certain challenges that definitely we go for the just like when you complain. The other day I did na us lights come away it blow off the old bulb. The one no lose. I got for go down back, go buy bulb for the entire house. Imagine you go for buy almost bulb for this. So some of those things now they want they the CSOs, the organization they for they talk about. Not to just for the oppose most times, but certain key areas that we then go able for armor, where they go able for draw the attention of EDSA for say people then they get we need the light, but at least let us have a light where we know say not go damage with appliances. Now we get lights where we know say if you come remember, you know one thing I tell you, where lights come na me meter. From the pole to go na the hose. If the hose not only good wiring where they do, the entire house are for me get for wire and back. But God make the already the fire, the TV, the item light waker direct from the pole to the meter. Those cables they all go. The meter self blow off. That was the good thing. Where you know if you reach because I mean bodos now that thing. If not any also way you know why are good, now other thing what they talk about. The expense get for me so much. And you know that then continue not like there say we go say okay, you then go to take liability for say okay, yes, we take responsibility of what happen. No, now you get for food they all expenditure back. So we beg the CSOs and the institutions that we know say they advocate for citizens, where they advocate for people, they need for the that then things that they for the look on now. Because we don't cry for lights, we don't talk about lights, and the lights don't they come because we don't say them push a figure there. Now then say how we can get lights. Because Bumbo Nak you always water didn't say our lights in the current the Kayagi right now. But we pray after this, after Bumbuna, let it become more sustainable because people want light. If you talk about education, a flagship project, if the picking will not get light for study, they're not going to do well in the academic work because we no long study. If light's not in the field for sleep. So basically, not to just for make with the cry, say lights, lights, lights. People therefore use these lights for become more economic. Let them use it economically. Let someone not just they watch film all day because somehow we sabi with society. If lights don't come, you're able to start a small business and begin do business with more lights with it. But somehow go sit down no more, they watch film all day, they do things where not relevant. Because the essence why we they cry for lights in any nation, now for economic growth. There's no way you will get a growth where there is no light. You understand? So the people that say when they cry for light need for use this light to their advantage. That's not new thing.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
We want to say thanks to Tony Ture Jones and also Usman Toli, Alpha Sise, and Usman Kamara for their own contribution today. The lights don't come. EDSA, the tariff too much. Una need for make some readjustment. World Bank be don't give money. World Bank be don't give money. Eh? World Bank, you don't give money. Then substation them. Then power line the owner say don't say. For grandpapa then tell me una say una dey pull. We dey wait for una. Cause we want correct light. I just change bulb then. We now at una costament for bad light, for poil bulb. I just change 3 bulb then there's 3. For the month, I doubt if I need to change past 12 bulb. Eh? Every month. I get bag. Now wait, I have a video the bag. I dey open the phone line. Quick one. One for left here. 23278990991 na WhatsApp. 23278990991 na WhatsApp. Or you can go United States or United Kingdom. United States are 1-646-610-3107. United Kingdom na 44-739-803-0402. 3 minutes, please. 3 minutes, please. One for left here. And other people and safe one for talk. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and no side call from, please.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, I would have I grew up in Bosman.
Yes, but I didn't radio now.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry.
I will call you back later, yeah? I will call you back later. Okay. Alawandi. Also be for na yesu. No hear you. Oh yeah. I call so be done they come in when the program dey on. So I look like so no get for tear. You turn this other call. Yes, caller. Your name and no side call from, please.
Hello, Triple A. This number bank.
Yes, my bank. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, brother. God bless. God bless for everything we know they do. I just want to thank Usman and Us friend Alpha and the other gentlemen we just don't talk. I feel say they all eat very, very good points. But I just want to focus on more of what we the last person talk. It touched on a few things where, to me, this don't always be me concern when it comes to the development of Sierra Leone. It's like the one that we them don't put them parties before the country. They just don't blind to the development of the country. It doesn't matter whatever comes that is of good to the country. They know they see them as long as not to the party bring them. This make we all praise immaterialize. But some people them, because of them being in opposition right now, I don't want to name any party. As I always did talk now you medium. I not belong any side. Now for that make I always like for listen to you because you always neutral. Like I they talk about no more, you're not 360, you then at the center. You they go any side way, the wind carry you go where you face the wind suppose for carry you go, you go there. So that's what we say today. But with fellow Sierra Leoneans, the way they put politics before the development of the country, I just hope say we will get the little voices there where like we they talk, they were able to sit down, listen, and pick the sense out of the nonsense where we they talk. But until we as Sierra Leoneans, it doesn't matter the party that we all belong to. As far as me concerned, I don't say I don't belong anywhere. But until we put the country in development before we party the way we belong to, I'm afraid that Salon go like we go move, but sometimes we go move in a very slow pace. Like how this other gentleman talking about. Now the opportunity for everybody, each and every one of we, Sierra Leoneans, for make use of this. Make use of the light and make we all come and sell them and sensitize with people them how for use them for the development of the country. But I'm afraid some people them or some of we go see them with all this goodness, the light go can just know we all go use them, but still we they try for make the governments look bad as them don't they do bad things them, but we they try for make them look even worse because of not only party bring 24 hours light or so-called 24 hours light now Freetown. Now the fear this way me get. So I just want left on the AAA and I want to talk much. This is just a concern to me where I feel the fellow Sierra Leoneans them, if we all able to put everything aside and put Salon first, that one they go better. SNPP get for common power someday. Some other party get for candy. Make we not feel say when them day then they do good things, we not for talking. The bad way like they don't they do, we all the canaya, they point them out, other people they point them out. We all they see them, but if there is good, let us all point it out as well. Not to all thing a bad, where somebody do good, you forget about that good day, you don't want to talk, you blind to that goodness, they always really care about my bad news, but this person, maybe don't they do bad. If the person don't they do bad, he decide for do one good, talk am. If you want to go back to the bad, go back and talk about the bad, but make we always be talk about the good. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you very much, my brain. Yes, Mike, 3 minutes.
Yeah, one really get to me point, but what people like to say politician and they do favor. Now mistake on the mistake on myself. Not a favor then they do it. Yeah? A taxpayer money then they eat, nine and they enjoy, nine and they use for drive all them five for car then, nine and they take and thief back and build their own thing. Not a favor then they do it. Yeah. And support for do the job. No care for can praise them. Yeah. Um One thing I want to know is 24 hours like really they free talk. Yeah, they wait for somebody to answer me, but if it's 24 hours like really they free talk. Because me also not been get light on a blackout. I just put solar now I put on the rules. I want to really know if it's 24 hours like they free. Because we all know say rainy season 10. Boom boom na they supply lights na free talk. We all know that day. Now rainy season 10 na supply. Me, I really want to know about if really 24 hours like in a salon. And who's kind of current then they give we? If not to the one where they mess up with appliances, they all again. Because you want all house, they don't mess up all my appliances. So who the kind of praise politician? Me know they part of you. And they praise them politician. They are not to favor the can do. I vote for them. Now a big opportunity for some people and give them. No matter whose party you take. Do your job. Yeah? Not to praise nobody. And I'm your contribution, bro.
All right, thank you very much, Mike.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, cool, my 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, I know be really there at the beginning of the program, but I believe some development don't take place for the light business. I just media appeal. Because the sales I mean meet up at in they don't increase the tariff or the light get for be expensive. I am not sure. Maybe the government will only distribute lights, then they get less income. Do ya me appeal list to me come PC Linians. Triple A, you will agree with me. The thief flights, they are made minimizing. This electricity now import the country important. And now we're in the digital war. Based on what and they distribute, then go know exactly say, not to the income when they get. The thief flight don't do boku na the country. It don't boku. Do you understand they thief the lights? Let them stop. Let the government realize something. Maybe that will make the light become cheaper. Not just that triple A, not just that short message. Thank you very much. I'll continue for listening.
All right, thank you very much, Koma. Thank you. Yes, caller on the UK line. 3 minutes. Your name and where you call from?
Yes, Mr. Triple A. Minalu signed on them. I call from UK. Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, so say this now a program anyway. We always they follow, even though we will not take part so now often. You do well anyway. You get a lot of followers. Then people and they follow you, and people are not used to this. You medium because the job we don't they do like people don't get used to them. Or maybe just one add within the panelists they all say about the tariff that they all say that one thing they were very, very important. And you said we don't see Amalia on like the money we don't they pay previously and compared to now, they pay more. But one thing I just want to Alpha, because I really Alpha they talk about say forget meter, he add they get meter in 6 months, all in then they know. Me, I want tell Alpha say now na saloon, I don't say radio, but now meter in particular, we want them very straightforward, hard forget. Because me now the only thing that I want embark on. For get meter now, it's very straightforward. 2 weeks take you long, you get meter. And you go and follow the right procedure. You get meter. And even when if you say you don't electrify, when they can fix that meter, if you then see anything will not go correct, then they fix that meter because now then they consider health and safety very, very strongly. So I just want to let Alpha know this. I don't know when he comes alone, but me don't go to him. Now I make I know about him. So now that no more. But yes, now a good job way they don't do, and let we commend the government of the day for this kind of thing where they don't do so. Even if now other people and we don't start them, but for the fact that now they don't complete them, we they give them kudos for that, That's fine. Let me tell them thank you for that. But opposing, another tell well, and for say Bumbuna lights, rain they come, maybe now because of that. Okay, let's wait and see. If not that, we all go for talk and back. People, you go for talk and back for this program. See now the rain will be the come, now make the light, not to CLGSC or wherever the light will they benefit from. But Mr. Alpha, just note and out say now forget meter and salon. 2 weeks take you long. If you go through the right procedure where they tell you, and the last money we me pay now about 1,250,000 for meter. Brand new meter. So Nadande sir, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alusain. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. This is our last caller. Yes, Umar, you're live,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
3 minutes. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, my own question when me get maybe I just a 2-minute question. Where the government they try so for we follow we get light because forget light even at this country as I say for let you sustain that particular thing. You need forget to return the way they come for let them be able to sustain the because our expenses then involved in providing light. Waiting we get for do for either we able to sustain electricity in our country. We the individual citizens there. Waiting, the main question and I get for we back. Bring me because you're not gonna just blame more for other people. Waiting a your own part where they play, for all we able to sustain electricity in us alone. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Umar.
You're welcome.
Umar are the last caller. Then I'm Umar from Minneapolis, not to Umar from LAO. Okay, just a quick one about this thief light. May I feel to say, if EDSA, in this day and age where we get digitalization, if EDSA want for pinpoint the area within the thief light, EDSA able. I feel say, na lack of whatever it is, where EDSA, they try for, either then they use them for seize advantage per we, for say then they thief light, then they use them for seize advantage per we. For say that the thief light, so they not able to fend other the thief am. Or it be say they not sabi them work. But money where you can say we always register, we get meter. Where you pay, it take out your name. Yeah? You address who say you did, who say that meter install. Let's say now, like we own area, now Waterloo, Whitestone, we area. They know amongst that area they born. But the returns where they come inside no better. They want tell me say they not gonna say, well, this particular area we go able for narrow and down. We go able narrow and down. Look at this area, look can fend out outside true where then people are the thief lights. I feel say that one day na excuse now we don't over me to me. Na so triple me na so I feel. Because if it be say from what they tell we say people that they thief light, whose strategy EDSA don't come with for able to fend the people that they thief light? Within the area they born, EDSA sabi. They sabi. Within the kind side, they sabi. They want to me say they not go able. They not go able to tell the area where they thief light. Then they able now go and down now to the specific. Me to me, I feel saying an advantage on my heads they take per week. Always then they increase tariff in the name of say people let the thief light. So why should I me they pay? Me I they pay. Why I for suffer for the one who know they pay? It makes sense? No, it don't make sense. If it be say na correct institution, na them for able for fen really order the thief the lights. Na them for fena. But you go can't punish me, you go punish me because you say waiting, because other person the thief light. But me they pay. You can't charge me 2 times more. You say because other person the thief light. You know they go find the person the thief light. You don't go incorporate technologies. We go able to show you who say exactly waiting the wire bond, waiting come inside for the month. You able to tell say, we supply the 10,000, but now only 3,000 and they pay. And you know say this na putimolo. Wait till you put now you they take back. So if we're able to tell now say no, other 7,000 there, somebody there under people in there under how they do you no they pay. But all 10 economy they say, oh no, it's people let the thief light. Hey, people let the thief light. Now the world don't modernize. When I fend that the thief light, I no can punish we. But me always at the talk and I. Me need thief light, I dey pay. So I for suffer for the all the thief light. When are your own responsibility that if offend the all the thief light. Car with instruments, then car with equipment, then we go able to show you side, then they use pass mark light money, no, they can't say. But always now we they give them pass. 24-hour electricity. Hey. The one then we feel say they no get work for do. We they no get work for do. Una go ya. Albala una go fala una. We the cut cable. We the cut cable now because they say oh lights don't they. It can begin fair when now for say for sabotage. Then go cut cable. You not to government they do. Now the people within the area now they punish. Because inside the government people and they sleep on the lights. And they sleep on the lights. Okay. I to can say he say the people them we get shop and then when they wouldn't then overcrowded area then like then big area then. He say but you don't need any kind of sophisticated thing for take no say in identity. He say it is pay as you go. So it's difficult. So it's difficult or so it's not difficult. This one. You try for say. But they left here. 24-hour electricity. IBMC say digitizing with public services and optimizing the infrastructure can exactly. Both from who don't they pay that one where they say they pay. Now they count this and say people and still then they say them be the thief light. Then count this back. They say no. The reason they count this prepaid. Then say na follow not thief light. They say na follow not thief light. Then they count and back down and they still punish you back say people let the thief light. The one on count I wanna go back now to that old grammar meter allow the user. I not tell say una count down they be una count this for let people let not thief light. Then they still tell you back say people let the thief light. No, Edsa, una wake up. Papele for watch me. They talk now, they see the minister. You know, say Butun at the table, they watch. You know, say, look how Butu they watch me. Now, took they talk, sir. Watch me no more. But now to go the talk. Edsa, una need for fend the one that the thief. Una no can punish we. Una not punish we. Who need the thief light? Not to who for suffer for the one that the thief light. Eh? Alright. We'll go there back tomorrow. A big year. Eh? Isa, if me Pambodina Watalo get light, yes, even though the lights come on enough, but it better pass few weeks ago. Oh, they did 3 days, 4 days, lights no they come. It better now, sir. We know say incident just done. So with the substations them way World Bank don't already give money for. World Bank don't give money for. Would they be money? With their substations, then even we now Watalo get forget one. World Bank don't give money for. Then with the transmission line them, then one day they can was then small one day where they say they get for change. I believe say at the end of the day, maybe a couple of months come, and then we go and get fine sustainable lights. That's what me one believe. But this one, it's good. We need them. Yeah? I have to say, it asked for fair that the thief lights because the people are not getting meter. Well, I don't make a easy safe. But you want to, understand what I talk just now. EDSA able to tell me how much they supply in each area. They're able to tell we. So the returns will come inside the money what people and go pay. The money where people and go pay. Trust me. Then able to tell say, who supply 1,000 yanda, but only 300 they come pay. Who side the 700 go? Then let them go out stay. Then go no side who that thief them. But for say they not go able with this day and age with technology day. Abu Conte, thank you sir for the stars. When you say I miss me calling, I call me there for don't do Waka United States, the first thing I do, the first Saturday, then we get one show. I don't forget who say. I go do stand up deal. I go do stand up. The first as a council. But it don't be last long anyway. How they now? How they take from the Seth Meyers and the Stephen Colbert and the way of delivery now they do now. Even though people in the vex. And guy they go talk say but wait, Saturday. Là come out here.